your question ready.
Back to the calls. New York, hello.
I love you, Larry.
Are you a singer who acts or an actor who sings?
Great show, everyone.
Larry King Live. More than just a lot of talk. Weeknights on CNN.
Send a positive message out and the kids will listen to it, you know.
It's still young, so they're gonna listen to us.
Because we're saying it in their language.
In the previous segment, we've just taken a look at some of the options that are available to people who have a drug problem. Now let's take a look at one of the most effective ways to deal with the drug problem. Prevention, something everyone can get involved in. So many people are giving their time and joining in the fight against drugs. Everyone from teen peer groups to musicians, athletes to actors. More and more teens are dedicating their time and getting involved in drug abuse prevention, like these kids involved in a nationwide movement called Straight Edge, a movement with a hardline view on drug abuse.
The main view behind it is just the music and the attitude, the stance against substance abuse, the controlling factors in life. And we take a very hard stand against that. And everything else is pretty much up to your own, personal discretion, I guess. It's kind of a young movement, even though it's been around for a while.
When I first got into Straight Edge, I got into it for acceptance. I wanted self-fulfillment with myself, and I wanted some peers to hang around with that told me it was okay, that it was okay to stay away from substances, and it was okay just to act normal and be yourself.
I guess I really wanted to scare my parents a long time ago when I was young and needed a place to fit in, so punk rock was kind of fun. It was a thing to do. You could be ugly and have your parents really hate you, and that was fun. And then it was like, I didn't ever drink, and I never really got into that, and so here was a group that I could identify with that was speaking out against, being stupid, basically, and losing, control. And I always like being in control anyway. It's kind of my attitude.
Straight edgers can be identified by the X's they wear. They say this came out of the punk movement. It's because of this, the straight edge attitude is sometimes misunderstood.
You wear a straight edge shirt, or you wear an X on your hand or something, and people can identify with what a baseline of thinking, without even having to talk to you. And a lot of times that's bad. A lot of times you get drawbacks, and the people come up and say, yeah, you really suck, you're straight edge, and you guys are just a bunch of Nazis, and you put your ideals upon people and stuff, and I'm not going to say there aren't people that do that, but you don't know me, and basically the only thing you can draw from me wearing a shirt or something is just the fact that, I don't do my drugs, and I don't do your drugs, and I don't screw around with that kind of stuff, and I'd rather be in control. I'm not in this just for me. I'm in this for, anybody in it who wants to listen to me.
Talk about this dude, right? He was doing good at first.
Another group of teens is reaching out to other teens, spreading their anti-drug message through their music. Meet Boston teen rappers Young Nation.
Ready? Yeah, all right. Check this out. Let me talk about when I was a nerd, and yo, I couldn't flow, but in school I was a pro, a classroom nerd. I was quite absurd, wearing pocket protectors, hope to grow up to be an investor. Hung out with a named Chester, until one day Chester moved away. I caught a lot of grief from some boys and said, hey, I want some clout, and started hanging with the gangbangers. And soon I became a wall hanger.
See, we're young, we're still young, so they're gonna listen to us.
Because we're saying it in their language. This is what they understand, instead of like you going to
press conferences and the whole nine.
You don't see kids.
We don't have to talk down to them because we're at the same level. We're the same age. Yeah. And it's not like an adult saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing this. This is wrong. This is right." It's just like
there too.
It's just like, yo, I'm a brother of yours, and I don't think you should be doing this because we don't need it. And that's how the world does, you know what I'm saying?
We're on the streets of Hollywood, California, entertainment capital of the world. The entertainment industry and the music business have often been accused of being a major contributing factor to the drug problem. But face it, it's still an individual's choice to use drugs. It doesn't matter whether you're famous or not. As a matter of fact, a lot of celebrities are lending their time and giving their name to a variety of different anti-drug campaigns. Entertainers are definitely getting involved in the fight against drugs.
My name is Run. I run with the word, the truth. I'm running with it, and we'll take it to every place and tell the truth. The truth got to come out, and I'm going to tell the truth.
they listen to us, they listen to our music, they get influenced by it, you know, and it's good. If they see that we don't do it, they might, you know, want to follow also.
And maybe when they can see people up there that they admire, I hopefully that when I'm on stage, people are saying, I want to do that. And you can, if you can stay away and stay clean.
Anything that anybody does that's a public figure in a good way helps. You know, I mean, we never hear, we do stuff like that too. We never hear that,
we don't really
we
like to preach, you know, we don't want to be, you know, we don't want to come out and go, you're the devil! You know, we don't want to preach to people, and especially, I think, you know, nobody in this band has ever been involved in drugs, you know, heavy drugs kind of stuff, so we can't really speak from experience, you know, we can't sit around and say, well, we used to slam heroin 4 times a day, and now we don't do that anymore, and my life's so much better, because we've never really done that. But we have seen, and we've watched, and we've learned from other people, you know, who have gotten straight or can't get straight.
Yeah, it's not a pretty sight either.
A lot of pop singers are children's, you know, kids, teenagers, role models, and if you know, portray a great, you know, positive image, I think everybody's better off.
The new kids say no to drugs, and we stand against drugs, and we want all of you to say no to drugs, too.
How does a disc store what I write?
Memory and storage.
When I hit the enter key, exactly what happens next?
Input, output.
What is the difference between RAM and ROM?
Computer basics. Now your questions about computers have simple, straightforward answers.